morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. So yes, for those that missed it last time, our beautiful daughter became a philosopher, the first fairy philosopher. Look at her! Look at her! I'm quiet compared to the game. Let me get a little closer. How's that? Better? It is implied she never moved out of her dad's house. Yes. That is correct. It is not just implied, it is like... It is more than implied, is my impression. Alright, new game. I still don't know if Uzu was a boy or a girl. Maybe Uzu is non-binary. That's true, she might have stayed there through adulthood. We don't know. Fairies have no... Uzu's gender is fairy type. Yes. Hang on, I was gonna pull up the charts for stats for blood type in Princess Maker 3, because I know that we picked the one that made it harder for us last time. We picked O, which makes her gain stress faster. So we had our work cut out for us. What kind of stats do we want Maddie to have? Northwood. I don't think Northwood will fit. Yeah, it's one letter too long. Norwood. Alright, alright. I'll take it. Birthday is today. What is today? What day is it? It's the 20. It's the 3rd. I kept thinking it was like it's the 27th. Like no, it's not the 27th anymore. North Tundra. Alright, December 3rd. Let me look it up real quick. Alright, blood type A increases stress, morality, and attitude. Blood type B increases vitality and sense, decreases stress. Type AB increases vitality and pride. And type O increases stress, vitality, and morality. North Tundra just makes me think North Face. B is a girl who cannot be stressed by things. It seems that way. Give her the most blood. AB. Double the blood.
AB 型ですね。素敵な日になるといいですね。
Blood Pool? Oh, that's a good last name! Alright. So what do we want to be? What is our hope for Maddie? I'm thinking a fight child. What do you think? Alright, so we're all thinking fight child. What about retired knight? And make our daughter follow in our footsteps. Or give her the option to... Maddie Norwood is the name of someone who can pile drive you. I believe this. Yeah, I could have told you Traveler gets the last... Oh wait, did I start the recording? Okay, I did. Phew! Phew! I would like to try Traveler hard mode someday. Me too. Let's try Retired Knight.
騎士様だったのですか。
Sound good? We groovy? By the way, I did look up in Princess Bigger 5, which is the other one I have here on Steam. The adventuring was brought back, which is not present in 3 or I want to say 4. I don't remember it being in 4 anyway, but it's been years since I played my DS copy of 4. We have played 1 and 2 before. The one that we played most recently was 1. The very first game we streamed was 2.
騎士よ、これよりそなたに子供を授けよう。その子は夢見る女の。
I'd be happy to play more too with you guys sometime.
朝露から生まれた、汚れなき夢を抱く少女。目が覚めれば、お前は今宵の出来事を忘れている。そして新しい暮らしが始まるのだ。
Yeah, I don't know if we just got enough money and tapped out, or if we had an injury. Ooh, we do have a different house as a. And I was hoping that we'd have different houses, depending on what our living environment, our condition was. We got a different fireplace, swords, a suit of armor. Good morning! What a refreshing morning it is! Our girl's in a good mood today as well.
おはよう、お父さん。私、お父さんの言うことを守っていい子にするわ。だってもう10歳なんだもん。さあ、これから何しようかしら。
Alright, let's go! What makes us qualified to raise a child? I don't know. Don't worry about it. We happened to be there at the time. The Fairy Queen just handed her to us. Here you go. Wait, let's chat with her daughter.
おはよう。挨拶するって気持ちいいね。
Cute. Alright, let's get strong. Her morals improved by learning to greet people politely. I don't know. We know Karkland. We've already gone over this.
カークランドである。
はい、頑張ります。
She's very courageous for a young lady. Karkland's signature, the brand you get at Casco.
It is much of a joy training at a dojo.
Would I be closer to where my father is if I train harder? Aw, cute! She wants to be like us. Hey there! Streak's going good. We're raising a beautiful daughter here. We're teaching her how to sword.
Father, do girls always have to be gracious?
When I have to fight with the boys, I don't really want to lose. Would you not like me if I was like this? Of course I like you!
Really? I really like you too, Father.
I don't want to lose to the boys. Then don't. We'll help. Merchant is here! Alright. So what do we want to buy our daughter? We could buy her so many good things. Sword of Sword God? Let's buy her the Sword of the Sword God! I think that raises her combat ability. Let me check real quick. Why the devil is there a rabbit suit? Well, 1, it's a Gynax game. 2, there is a rabbit prince. Like the one we married while playing the dancing game? Yes, kind of. I don't know if we ever actually get to see him. I can't remember if we actually see the prince. I think so. Anyway. Tony was a good lad. Oh right, sorry, I'm supposed to be looking up. This is not what I wanted. Conciliatory rabbit. Yes. How much money do we have, actually? Can we afford Sword God? Hell yeah! Let's do it! This will give us a great boost in our stats early on. Thank you, Father. Oh, it raises her courage. Okay. Fruit of Glory? Now don't betray us by getting interested in another part of the weapon triangle. And I actually am going to read this one. Traveling Salesman PM3. The Fruit of Glory increases pride. Honey of the Fairies increases stamina. That'd be good to have.
市場の仕事は店番、客寄せ、在庫の管理。もう目が回るほど忙しいわ。猫の手でも借りたいのよ。覚悟して働いておくれね。
Wish I could get every helping hands. How to drop elegance. Yep.
お父さん、今日もいい天気ね。私、お日様って大好き。
Cute. Our daughter is precious! It is not elegant to work retail. Farm! Get strong!
農場の仕事は体力がいるけど、心配いらないよ。私でもやってこられたんだから、若いあんたなら大丈夫さ。
You could kill a man with that daikon. Yes. Maybe we will. Yeah, we never actually saw her work last time. Oh, the cow bit her hair. fight a goose, you need high courage and also low intelligence. Yes.
I'm rather exhausted now. That is likely because you are stressed. Stress? Correct. Humans are different from us and their worries never end.
We've already read this.
Stress piles up as you do something. Living as a human isn't so easy peasy after all. Yes, but it's nothing once you get used to it.
So basically what Uzu is saying here is that if your stress exceeds your stamina level, you'll get sick.
Shogun, 聞いてくれ。
Come on, Maddie!
Here I come.
Yeah, that's my girl! Yeah, yeah! Buying that sword was worth it.
Ah, thank goodness I've won.
Oh, JC. I'm sorry, I didn't think you were gonna talk that one out. I'm sorry. Does Maddie remember being a fairy? Yes, she does. And actually, one of the endings, she goes back to being a fairy if you don't do anything with her.
Phew, thank goodness a reliable worker came.
Look at our precious daughter! We do nothing but martial arts. Nothing but martial arts. Just martial arts all the time. It feels weird to have our daughter appreciated so early, right? That's the power of the merchant and having enough money to actually be able to afford the merchant. I mean, we had money starting off then too, but I didn't know what the... I didn't think about buying goods to buff her stats. Like this guy in the front who falls off and loses their glasses. This poor cow is being neglected, Maddie.
Homework isn't so easy as well.
Yes, I do believe that Uzu has both big bangs and a ponytail, because you can see the edge of you can see the edge of a little ponytail holder, a little purple ponytail holder behind the bangs.
Working on a farm is tougher than I had thought. Lady Margareta doesn't seem tired. For her to do this every day, I'm envious. That's because she has more years of experience than you. That's true. I don't have long experience being human as well, so it can't be helped.
I want to get strong like farm wives, who are the coolest people on earth. Maddie Norwood, 2022. I mean, we could teach her how to be, she doesn't have a very good attitude. Like, we need to increase her attitude, you know? Maybe we could take her to cooking class? A high attitude is important for the marriage endings. It's interesting in this one that you can't have a marriage and a profession ending. Like, you either get married or have a profession. Sort of regressive based on previous games where you could do both. But you know, whatever. What did I pick to do? Okay. Martial Arts Farm. I think in this one they can only do one or the other. I don't know. We didn't marry in, I mean, Vivian didn't marry. At least. I know there are certain event endings that, like, that takes up the whole thing, and you will spend your whole game trying to aim towards that. Like the Rabbit Prince, for instance. Let's take a dancing class. Can a modern fairy have it all these days, right? I bet she'd be good at carpentry this one. Ooh, we should have her right to the mines! That also unlocks something. If you are interested in seeing something. We're gonna make bank on this child's labor.
お嬢さん、私のダンス教室にようこそ。私はコーチのマルカーノです。ダンスは自分の肉体を駆使して表現する総合芸術です。肉体と心を美しくシェイプアップしましょう。
A bunny prints a published philosophy book in either arm. Yes!
私も美しくなれるかしら。
There are no negative side effects to learning to dance. Learning to dance is only a positive experience. We're going to violate labor laws people can only dream of. People will pass labor laws after what we do.
Although I am happy to dance, I am not a big fan of the instructor. He's not what I would make manly.
Look at this sissy! Look at this sissy man! I could break him over my knee, says this 10-year-old girl. Actually, what do we have to do to go to the mines? farm pays very well. Let's take a cooking class. Wait, did dancing raise our attitude any? I want to have a girl with a good attitude. I know how to make food that makes you strong. Yes. Our stress is getting high.
お料理教室にようこそ。私はお料理研究家のペピトーンです。お料理の上手な女性はそれだけで魅力的。美味しいお料理を作って食べてれば、ああ、なんて素敵な人生でしょう。
お料理上手になりたいな。
I never had panettone. As expected, I was never since it's my first time. Our sense is actually going up?
I feel like I'm a lot stronger these days. That is probably because you are growing, young lady. Your father may be ill right now, but since he was formerly a knight, his strengths would be...
Okay, so he's ill, right? So we retired because we became ill. That's the backstory.
It must be because you resemble much of your father.
What? But I'm from the fairy world. An illness that will last at least 8 years.
It is true that you are of that origin, but now you are a very fine human being.
I can probably say this is all thanks to the great power of the Fairy Queen.
Still, even a fairy queen cannot create a human being from nothing. To tell the truth, your body was created based on Master's body.
What? But how? Oh my goodness, does that mean we have purple hair too? Are we an anime just like our daughter?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have an answer to that. I see. So it's no wonder I resemble so much of my father.
I love this lore! This Bishonen Knight, yes. We also look like a protagonist. Only 3 days of the 13.
Oh my, out of vitality already?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were so stressed. Maybe Dad Eastwood was short because Viv was tiny. That's true. We're already like getting taller than Viv. Are we not? She is 10. She is the height Vivian was as an adult. Nobles just be small, I guess. Poor girl, so stressed. Alright. Can we afford a vacation? I don't know. But we saved, so if we can— Mine! Work in the mines! Send this 10-year-old to work in the mines! Do it, coward!
Please rest well.
Ah! Dragonfly fairies!
Hey, Father, I have a favor to ask. I need a pair of socks.
Of course, my precious girl! Of course you can have socks! We're gonna run out of money. And Vivian got us socks that cost 20. Did she get us 2 pair or maybe fancy cashmere socks? Fortunately, because you have high credibility as a knight, we can take a loan of up to 500 G. Young lady, have you heard about the Faery Festival?
I think I heard of it, but I'm not sure exactly.
Blah 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 blah. The nation's healthiest beauty. Let's go! You were not a small baby. You're very strong. Oh, Maddie. Maria! 420 blaze it. Damn, girl. We'll win it yet. Fifth place among the 8 when you're only 10 is not bad. I thought we were supposed to get 500 G. Oh, money can't go lower than 500 G. Okay, okay, okay.
俺様はこの鉱山の親方グラってんだ。鉱山は男の職場だが、なーに仕事ができりゃ女の子でも構わねえ。仕事はきついが稼ぎもでかいぜ。
Nice braid, sir. Oh no, my baby girl! But she enjoys herself. She gets a good. This is futile. I'm losing confidence. She enjoys herself, right? She shows up in tears. Hey Lyra, welcome. Yeah, we got a pension last time as a noble too. Maybe we need to. What do you need to work at the mines? When she is 16, work in the mines again. Oof! The stats required to get the. Well. Do you want me to tell you? Or do you want it to be a surprise? Hey, get out of here, Nick Parody 7G EJ. Get out of here. How do I delete chats? I don't know how to. I don't know how to delete chats. Dogehype.com though. It's quite a name. Reported and blocked. Thank you. Anyway, to get this particular ending, you need 5 out of 12. A high elegance and charm. It's almost our girl's birthday! She's almost 11! I don't have much to do. I'll just rest at home. Of course we're gonna give her a gift. Let's give her some comfortable clothes. Oh, look at her! Look at her giant forehead! I love our daughter and I love her big head. You seem to have a talent for farming. Why don't you come work with me when you grow up? Maybe I will! Diligently working in shorts in the winter. If you're talking about the eyes, then that seems to be a fairy thing, yeah. But other than that... well, we won't win this. But what the hell, right? Did I say no? Why are we...
Father, I recently came to realize the importance of moral. You used to be the kingdom's knight, so I think you know better than anyone else how important it is to hold moral at all times. See, I feel so good that my father is such a great person. She trusts you entirely. Please do take care of the young lady.
Yeah. Well, we weren't last. Dan Maria crushing it.
騎士だったんでしょ？どうして引退しちゃったの？
Took an arrow to the knee. Oh wait, I already saved. What am I doing? What is our stats? 27. I'm gonna try the mines again. If you rest up and put more spirit into your work, you'll be able to earn more. Tired? This is what the man's job is like. She's growing well. Carpentry! Oh-ho! Whoop! My headphones. Pardon me. Excuse me. There we go.
わしが大工の頭のオグリビーだ。
オグリビー。
結構スタミナが必要だ。まあ、けたばんない程度についてきな。
It's so weird that you say woodwork and then we're like using like bricks, but okay.
seems to be working well. 6 out of 14. That's not terrible. There was a masonry job in the previous game, that's true. I don't even know if we should bother. We're not gonna win it. I should make some soup. Cooking class is fun, although I'm not quite sure if I can keep up with it. I'm not so big on dexterity anyways. Increase the vitality.
さあさあ始めますよ。
This isn't gonna go well. Do your best, Maddie. This is Maddie, my beautiful work, rice balls. $12 points. All right, well. Didn't control the salt amount correctly. This one is 0 points. These rice balls taste like nothing but salt. There's like an entire shaker's worth of salt in these rice balls.
Aww.
How about the little books scattered about? It's interesting how her vitality was going up and then went down. I like that Uzu's teacup is the same size as her teacup. Uzu's struggling with all of their might to hold up this teacup. I can't stand this intense heat. You be careful out there, okay? Maddie enjoys weather so much, I agree.
Father, I have a favor to ask.
Oh, I want to go to a school. Will that be alright? Baby girl, of course it'd be alright. Get you an education. She wants to multi-class.
私はこの学校の教授クールボーです。
Professor
知識を身につけると
Kubo!
同時に大切な友人を得る場でもあります。皆さんも新しいお友達と仲良くしてくださいね。
A true knight's gotta be able to read a map anyway. That's true.
よろしくお願いします。
What a good girl. studying doesn't lower her attitude any. Like, she likes studying. I mean, she's indifferent towards studying at least.
There is a variety of people at the school. I'll do my best not to fall behind others. Don't you worry, Father.
Studying does not make this girl sad. Yes. I look forward to seeing you again at school. Do some carpentry. Because, like, that's clearly carpentry there that's in the picture there that they're showing. Like, she's clearly nailing a hammer. I mean, nailing a hammer. She's clearly hammering a nail into a board. Yeah, 13.
Phew, I'm exhausted.
はい、皆さん注目。
This is like my second week in school. Seriously? Look at her. She's so cute. This is my second week in school, ma'am. The star really makes this. Points. Dad will be angry? I'll keep my mouth shut.
Say, Father, I have a favor to ask. I want to go on vacation. Is that alright?
Baby girl, we don't have the money for a vacation. I'm sorry. Right, you're in the middle of a staycation.
おや今日は買い物かね。武芸の修行は継続が大切だ。息抜きが済んだら道場に来たまえ。
Things happening on our staycation to stress her out, right? Don't appreciate that. There we go. Her kind father will help relieve some stress. Even though he did tell her that, you know, she couldn't go on vacation. Nice! Doing a pretty good job. Lucky! Now, if you wanted to ask me to go on vacation now, I might consider it, sweetheart. But no, we're gonna tuck this money away for your birthday. I want to try the mines again. I still find it funny that attitude goes up. This job is a battle for your vitality. Is it too much for a little girl? I mean, she's 11, so yeah, probably so. Almost 12, I should say.
kind of like the idea of her being elegant and able to kick ass. Maddie's birthday! Give her a gift. A poetry book. Thank you, Father. This is a very good poetry book. I feel refreshed whenever I read this poetry book. Look at her! Indebted to you. Indebted. Hey, Obi! How's it going, buddy? Look at our precious girl! Meow. 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 You want up here? Hey, buddy. No arrogance, no prettiness, just sword. She is brave as she trusts her dad. Hey, come on, get down from there. Some OB ASMR for you guys. Come on, buddy. Get down. That's a good boy. Oh, we already did that this month. OB ASMR. Obi, get your butt off. You're moving the buttons. Come on. Father, I believe I have become quite strong. Perhaps I could be a good match against you.
This is so cute! What the hell? Don't go easy on me. Seems like the most dad approach. I want my little girl to kick my ass! That will be my the most proud moment for me as a father. Oh no, baby girl! Baby girl! Baby girl, we weren't ragging on you. We were genuinely wanting you to kick our ass.
I guess I was too excited for making a progress. Father was a knight. I'm still no match for him.
Baby girl! We gave her a complex! Right? You're only like 12! She's stressed. It might affect her battling. Oh no, she still kicks ass. It's cool. Ariel has pretty good fighting stats. We're just very strong. Yeah, we're very brave is what we are. Right? It's like she shouldn't be worried about kicking Dad's ass until she's like 17. She's got a sword and spent a lot of time shoveling hay. It's hard to beat her at Kendo. Yeah, we did buy her a sword, the sword god. I wonder if, hang on. I wonder if we can load and see the other options there. If we'll trigger that dialogue scene still. We invested heavily in her getting a massive courage buff. It's true. Seems like it was a random thing, alas. Oh wait! Yes! Okay. Father may have been the strongest during his prime times. The level of my courage is nothing short of decent. That's cute. Maddie, you're cute. I am brave and someday I will fight my dad. Uh-oh. We got a delinquent girl! Is something on your mind? You buffed her up and now she's aggro. Well, this is an alternate universe anyway. I just wanted to see what she said in that timeline, so... I mean, what she said if you told her that, ha, maybe you are. It has been quite some time since I started this training. Do you think I have become stronger? Well, you say it's been a while, but if you were to ask me, you've only set your first steps into the way of martial arts. I know you're concerned well. Whether you're making a progress or you are talented for this. Don't you worry, however. I can tell you are making a progress, although it may not be so apparent. You're getting better at it day after day. Not only that, a dojo is where you can train your body and cultivate your spirit as well. You have certainly improved since your first day here. Thank you. I hope you will continue to help me at it. Right, the way of pursuing martial arts is anything but easy. Keep striving yourself. Make a progress. Keep striving yourself are both motivational poster quotes. Oops. Right? Put it on the wall at Job. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's a day off for a change. I can't say as a good girl, right? Oh no! She's hanging out with thugs! I think I'm beginning to understand more about humans. Wow, is that so? In what way? Humans need to hold on to pride. Yeah, we already actually have read this one. If you're not earnest, I can't entrust you with my farm work. Please return home. So she just chills at home for the week. Wow! I can't believe praising our daughter once. Sent her down a path of evil. She is too mean to be trusted with geese. She'll be a bad influence on the geese. Does she need shirts or something? Maybe. Gendo wouldn't make this mistake. Praising your children. You're right. He wouldn't. Yeah, morality would probably be what we would need to help to raise her out of being a delinquent. If you're gonna be strong, you gotta use your strongness for good. I think dance class is good because it raises their stamina, but also raises their elegance and charm.
Say, Father, I feel like I've gotten quite energetic these days. That's what I feel. This is a good thing, right?
Then I send her to the mines and immediately destroy it. Don't laugh! This man just watching a 12-year-old get just crushed under a pile of rocks and like, making that good money. This music does kind of slap. 150.
Yeah, 頑張ってるね。
Now she's 5 foot. Goodness. Yeah. We're not gonna do very well at this probably, but. We're pretty confident. Oof. 2 out of 50. 24. Okay. Took a hit to her pride there. She can at least lift and throw her partner. What do you mean throwing the partner isn't part of the dance routine? It is when Maddie's doing it. Very moral. I mean, our father was a knight, so that makes sense.
Hi.
Oh, we're gonna get a rival!
Maddie, just a moment. Yes?
Look at that cute smile! Look at her! Aww!
My name is Ariel. I'm following the way of martial arts, just like you. Okay. I have been searching for a rival up until now. But I finally found my rival. You are truly fit to be my rival. Wait a minute. What do you mean by rival?
How many rivals are there? Several, actually. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
It is necessary for a martial artist to have a goal. I'm starting to get excited for our match.
See you then. I've kicked your ass twice already, and I'm going to continue to kick your ass. But alright. More power to you, Ariel.
Rival? This has become problematic. Young lady, you made a friend? You're lucky.
ちろん勝ったわよ。
Cute! Alright, let's go a little further and then we'll call it a night. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
プレゼントよ。
Ooh, a fancy accessory! You must have a large forehead too. You're probably right. But we're having trouble farming today. I'm indebted to you. Indebted to you. Blah 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 blah. Well done today. If you have time, please do come back again. Send my regards to your father as well. Phew, I got nearly used to it, but farm work is still very hard. Thanks to that, I think I've gotten stamina. So Uzu, what do you think? You have a point there, hearing you out. You're not really paying attention to this. Our girl is so strong and moral and brave. I agree. She's shaping up to a fine young lady. Teacher! What is it, Maddie? Oh, we're having this conversation again. Her little smile is so cute. Look at her! She's so precious! That's so cute! coffee mug. That's a coffee cup, but alright. Of course, my darling. She's drinking coffee. She's refined. Hell yeah, we'll enter the Harvest Festival. Our stamina isn't as high as I'd like it to be, but... Phew, I don't think I can match up to these people yet. We came this far now. Please don't say such a weak thing. That I don't feel confident. Come on, Maddie! Oh. Anita! Maria! What the hell kind of stats do you need to succeed at this nonsense, and why is Maria so OP? That's a good question. Nice. Alright, we're gonna call it a... Well, wait, let's talk. Why is Mario so OP? That's also a good question, you're right. Thanks so much for joining me. We've raised a fine daughter so far. I look forward to seeing more of her growth. He's just a guy! How does he do it? How does he do it? Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you have a good week. You can check out the next episode in the top right. See some more things you might like in the bottom right. And subscribe over on the left. Smash that subscribe button. Ring that bell. Give me a like. You know, all that stuff. Which you can't do if you're on Twitch. You can follow me though, and I'd appreciate it a lot. Have a good one. See you next week. Take care. Bye-bye!